Welcome back computer study chapter 4 memory storage device and data representation. Hello students, today we are going to learn chapter 4 memory storage device and data representation. Starting this lesson I explain you what is memory. So students, do you know memory? So, like a human beings need to memorize things which can be written and recall on need. Computers also need to store data and instruction for further use. You already know for human beings need to memorize things. So we all have store our things and our memory into our mind. So which can be and recall on need. It means if you want any time, so from our mind we can recall our need things. So computer also need to store data and instruction for further use. So memory is a part of computer where data and instruction are stored. Memory is a part of computer where data and instruction are stored. Now we move to our computer memory. Our computers deal with different types of memories. So computer have a two type of memory, primary memory or secondary memory. Computer have a two type of memory. One is primary memory, second one is secondary memory. So let us we discuss about primary memory. Primary memory is called a main memory of computer. Primary memory is also known as a main memory of computer. So it is an important part of computer in which data is stored for quick access by the computer processor. It means in primary memory a data stored for quick access by the computer processor. Now we move secondary memory. Secondary memory is called auxiliary memory. A secondary memory is called a auxiliary memory. Auxiliary means temporary memory. Information in a memory of digital computer is stored in a form of binary digit. In secondary memory, the information stored in a digital form like a binary form 0 and 1. This binary digit in short known as bits. The binary digit in short it's called a bits. So students, do you know a bit is a binary digit which a bit is a binary digit. Sorry. Okay. A bit is a binary digit which is either 1 or 0. It means a bit is a binary digit and it store our information in the form of 1 or 0 form. It is store our information in 1 or 0 form. A group of 8 bit is known as bytes. It means a group a 8 bit make a 1 byte. It means a group of 8 bit, it is known as a byte. It means 1 byte make a 8 bit. So here we discuss the following table. 1 bit. So 1 bit is equal to a single digit, either 1 or 0. It means 1 bit is a single digit. It is either 1 or 0. Now we move 8 bits. So 8 bits is equal to 1 byte. 8 bits is equal to 1 byte. So it is also combination of ones and zeros. 2 raised to 10 bytes is equal to 1024 bytes. It is also called 1 KB. 1 KB, it means kilobyte. The full form of KB is kilobyte. Now 2 raised to 20 bytes is equal to 1024 kilobytes. So it is made up 1 MB. So do you know the full form of MB? MB means megabytes. Now 2 raised to 30 bytes is equal to 1024 megabytes is equal to 1 GB. 1 GB. GB means gigabyte. GB means gigabyte. 2 raised to 40 bytes is equal to 1024 gigabyte. It means it is made of 1 TB. Do you know the meaning of TB? TB means terabyte. Let us discuss deeply our primary memory. So primary memory, also known as main memory of our computer. Primary memory is a main memory of our computer, is an important part of computer in which data is stored for quick access by the computer processor. It means here the data store for our quick access. We can easily access our data from the computer processor. It is made up of large number of cells. It is made up of large number of cells. The data made up of large number of cells, and each cell is identified by a number called an address of the cell. So every number identify its address of the cell. Every number identified by address of the cell. So the primary memory is organized in such a fashion that the time required to store or retrieve the data from a cell is independent of the cell address. Primary memory is independent of the cell addresses. It is independent of the cell address. Now you can easily see this image. So here the mechanism of LIFO and FIFO mechanism. So here in this picture you can easily see the three boys, first in into the system process, then the out into the system process. So here in FIFO, first the mechanism is first in first out, means if any person first into this system of process, so this particular person out of the process first. Out of the process first. You can easily See here. First in, first out means this person entered into the system process first. So in the out process, this person out first. Okay. Now the second person in into the system. So this is out second. And the last person in into the system last. So the last person out of the system at third position. Okay, so this is a FIFO mechanism. Now we move over LIFO mechanism. In the LIFO, the first person enter into the system. So this person come first into the process. Here last in first out means here the blue color person enter into the system last. So in the output process, in the outing process, this person will come out first. Okay, here the second one is in into the process. So this is in the output process, this person come second, and the last person in the last process, so it is come in the third position. So this is your LIFO mechanism, last in first out. In the FIFO, first in first out. So for example, sequential access FIFO and LIFO is a sequential access memory data stored serially or sequentially in a long string. It means in the LIFO method and FIFO method, all the data stored in this sequentially in a long string. Okay. Now FIFO. FIFO is a just queue. In the FIFO method, it is a just queue. In the queue, where first entry will be served first and the last will be entered at a last. Just example, in your school, in the inning and outing process with roll number wise. So the first roll number come into the school first, and the for outing process, the first roll number come out first. First in, first out. Okay. In the LIFO method, LIFO is like a tray of a papers. It means we can put our papers. So we'll put all the papers step by step. So we just take out the last paper. So here we enter the page into the last time. Last in, first out means this paper we put it into the last and we take out the first. So here your method will come LIFO. The paper which you had put at the last will come out first. The paper which you had put at the last will come out first. It means you put your paper at last. So this paper come out first. So here your LIFO mechanism is access. Now we move to our other portion, RAM. You can easily see this is a picture of RAM. RAM, it means the full form of RAM is random access memory. The full form of RAM is random access memory. You can easily see this is a picture of RAM chip. So this RAM is fitted on your motherboard. This is available fitted on your motherboard. So RAM is a volatile memory. Volatile means temporary memory. Volatile means temporary memory. So the content written in a RAM require continuous power supply to retain it into the memory. It means if your power supply is on, then all the data store into your RAM memory, into your RAM memory. But if your power supply is off, so your data are not saved into your RAM memory. It is stored on your hard disk. So on a modern computers, the term RAM or just memory is used instead of primary or main storage. RAM and memory term is used only primary or main storage. It is used for main storage or a primary storage. Is used instead of primary or main storage, like a hard disk, CD and DVD collectively describe secondary storage or auxiliary storage. So your hard disk, CD and DVD is called your auxiliary storage. It is means secondary memory storage. Now let us discuss the types of RAM. The types of RAM. There are two basic types of the RAM. The first one is static RAM and second one is dynamic RAM. The first one is static RAM and second one is your dynamic RAM. So dynamic RAM, the short form of dynamic RAM is DRAM. DRAM means dynamic RAM. A dynamic RAM needs to be refreshed thousands of times per seconds. So here I just explain you this both dynamic RAM and static RAM with the difference, with the use of differentials. So dynamic RAM, we all use dynamic RAM. We all are use dynamic RAM and static RAM. This RAM is needed in powerful computer. So we all are using a dynamic RAM and the static RAM. It is used only and only the powerful computers. Dynamic RAM needs to be refreshed thousands of times per second. It means dynamic RAM need to be refreshed thousands of times per second. And the static RAM does not need to get refreshed. Without refresh it will work. So dynamic RAM speed is good and static RAM speed is super fast speed. Dynamic RAM is a reasonable in a cost. It is very reasonable for purchasing. And the static RAM is very expensive. Static RAM is very expensive. Dynamic RAM is also called a volatile memory and static RAM is also called a volatile memory. So I repeat this topic. If you not understand, so I repeat it. RAM. RAM is full form is random access memory. RAM is our primary memory. RAM is our volatile memory. In the RAM, the content written in a RAM require continuous power supply to retain it into the memory. It means your power supply is on, then all the data are stored into your RAM memory. Otherwise, all the data are stored into the main storage like hard disk, CD and DVD. Hard disk, CD and DVD. So now we discuss there are two types of RAM. First one is static RAM, second one is dynamic RAM. So here I explain you repeat dynamic RAM and static RAM. We all use dynamic RAM and static RAM is need in a only powerful computers. So dynamic RAM needs to be refreshed thousands of time per second. It must be refreshed, and the static RAM does not need to get refreshed. Dynamic RAM speed is good and static RAM speed is fast speed compared to the dynamic RAM. The cost of dynamic RAM is reasonable and the static RAM cost is very expensive. Dynamic RAM is also called volatile memory and static RAM is also called a volatile memory. Here I stop my explanation. Here I finish your topic today. The next lecture I explain you about ROM. Next lecture I explain you about ROM. ROM it means read only memory. Okay. Thanks students to listen me. Have a nice day.